Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast, baby. Thank you. Yo, I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And in today's podcast, guys, we're going to talk about black entertainers, man. Know what I mean? We're going to talk about black entertainers because I have some things that bother me about entertainers today. Know what I mean? You know, you don't get the entertainers that we used to get back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Who had, who seemed to have love for their people, man, in their community, man. And I'm not saying that all the entertainers, the black entertainers, the African American entertainers are selfish and they don't give back. I know that some do. Know what I mean? I know LeBron James gives back all the time. You know what I'm saying? He does mad stuff for his community that he grew up in Akron, Ohio. Know what I mean? He gives back all the time. But that's never put in on Front Street in the news and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's not put on Front Street. When LeBron James does great things for the youth, he pays for the youth college tuition. You know what I'm saying? He puts kids through school. He does a lot of stuff, man. But that's the only one that I know right offhand that LeBron James does for the kids. But that's far in between when it comes to entertainers today. You know what I'm saying? I personally feel like the entertainers today, especially the younger generation, they are very selfish, man. You know what I'm saying? They are very selfish, like the sports players and all that, man. I remember at one point in time, if you ran if you ever came across a rapper like, you know what I'm saying, the 80s, like LL Cool J and Rakim, you know what I mean? If you ever ran across one of those cats, like it was a big deal to meet somebody like that, man, of that, you know what I'm saying, high caliber. Know what I mean? And, meeting a rapper today is nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. And their standard is very low. How they carry themselves today, rappers and hip hop and all that. You know what I mean? The way they carry themselves is it's a very low standard. You know what I'm saying? They're all cookie cutter. You know what I mean? All the rappers are cookie cutter. They all follow the same mode, the same look. You know what I mean? The same flow, the same type of music. Like there's no individuality no more. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too far off of the subject. But me personally, man, I feel like the entertainers today are very selfish, most of them, including Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Not a big fan of Michael Jordan as a person. You know what I'm saying? As an athlete, he was one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he's the best. People put him in the category as the GOAT, but I don't. You know what I mean? I don't. I think it was way other better players than MJ that brought way more to the game. Me personally, I think Kobe's better than MJ. You know what I'm saying? And people can hate that all they want, but Kobe's better than MJ. And the reason for that is because Kobe took his style and made it even 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? And Kobe was a better shooter, a better ball handler. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, Kobe, defensively, I think they were neck and neck, him and MJ. But on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, Kobe was better. Better footwork. He had the three-point game. Jordan didn't have a three-point game like that. Jordan can make three-pointers, you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't part of his arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Kobe had the three-point game. Now, on the flip side, Michael had he had the above the rim game. You know what I mean? He had the bigger hands, so he can grab the ball, he can palm the ball and all that. You know what I mean? Kobe really couldn't palm the ball because his hands were too small. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you always seen Kobe go up with two hands. You know what I mean? When he went up for like a dunk, 9 times out of 10, he always went up with two hands and then came down with one because he had small hands. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, as far as fundamentals of the game, Kobe was better, man. Straight up and down. Better passer, all that. You know what I'm saying? As I sit here and think about it, at first I was like, nah, MJ might still be better than Kobe, like, you know what I mean? But once Kobe mastered his moves, he took his game, he took that whole Jordan style to another level. know what I'm saying, that Michael couldn't do. So, me personally, I think Kobe's better. Straight up. I think Kobe's better. But the entertainers today, you don't get entertainers like Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying, that, carried himself a certain way, in the eyes of the public, you know what I mean, with dignity and pride, and he had love for his people. A lot of entertainers today don't have love for their people, man. I'm just going to keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? Where's the growth in the community? The so-called black community. Where's the growth? Where's all the schools at from these entertainers? Not one has ever opened a school for the youth. Know what I mean? Not even to open up a school to, show people how to get into the entertainment game and be successful. None of them had opened up any type of school. No type of youth centers for the youth. None of them give back really like that. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, because people do good things and it's not publicized, or some of them might not want it publicized, but majority of them, man, they're about, flashing what they got in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? You can be, on the poor side of the financial spectrum, and, they're gloating, people think it's cool for them to they show off in front of you and show off how much millions they have. What does that prove at the end of the day? People wearing all this jewelry, you know what I'm saying? It don't really mean nothing. You know what I mean? What does it really prove? A rapper wearing all these diamonds and all that. See, hip hop wasn't based off diamonds too. And that changed too as well in the culture of hip hop. Like rappers weren't wearing diamonds back in the day. They were wearing gold. Gold had more meaning. Know what I mean? What is the old saying about diamonds? Diamonds is a girl best friend. So they changed the whole look of hip hop, man. Know what I'm saying? On purpose. They destroyed what hip hop originally was built off, and what the entertainers were built off back in the day, man. You know what I mean? It was about sticking together back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I know that, like, in the when it comes to acting and all that, a lot of entertainers used to look out for each other back in the 90s and the 80s, you know what I'm saying, to give people opportunities to work. Everybody stuck together back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But now it's just like everybody for themselves. It's a very selfish culture today. And I mean, not just hip hop. I just mean entertainment period. From the athletes to hip hop to R&B, like, it's a very selfish culture. Very, very selfish. It's all about me and how much I can get, out of this art form that I've created for myself. It's not about giving back, you know what I mean? It's just like, somebody get on and then they don't look back to see, you know what I'm saying, to help other people out. And I'm not just saying, like, you get on and just give money away. I don't mean it like that, you know what I mean? Because people grown as hell and they should be doing something for themselves. I don't mean just giving your wealth away. You dig what I'm saying? What I mean is, like, where's the schools? Where's the hospitals? Like, where are we growing in the black community? Or it's like schools and us owning things, because right now we don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't even own hip hop. It's something that we created with the Latinos, man. Latinos and so-called blacks created hip hop. That's real. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the Latinos and the blacks, then there wouldn't be no hip hop. Let's not get it twisted. The Latinos was right there with us, breakdancing. You know what I'm saying? And coming up with creative ideas and all that. Graffiti. Know what I mean? That's what hip hop was about. Breakdancing, graffiti, the DJ. Know what I mean? The DJ used to be the focal point of a hip hop group, a focal point of an MC. Like, the MC wasn't even the focal point of hip hop at one point in time. And the powers to be had to change all that. Know what I mean? Because they were talking about the elements. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop was more about, hip hop and graffiti. It was about the elements of nature is too as well. You know what I'm saying? It was about the clothes you wear, but that wasn't really important back in the day. Not all like that. Not really. You know what I'm saying? The cats in the streets were more important about that, but you know, because I used to break dance, man. Like, know what I mean? I used to break dance. You know, Buffalo had a big hip hop scene when hip hop was first coming around. Know what I'm saying? We were right in the mix of that. Like, know what I mean? I remember being a little shorty, like, know what I'm saying? Bringing out the cardboard and like getting busy, pop locking and all that. Like, know what I mean? We were doing the same thing. Same thing was going on in New York City. The same thing was going in other places in New York State, man. It wasn't just New York City just popping off with the hip hop like it. You know what I'm saying? It was all over New York. Know what I mean? Not just the Bronx. I know it started in the Bronx. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, it didn't start in the Bronx. We all know it started in the Bronx. Cool Herc, man. We all know the story, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not taking nothing from, you know, New York City. New York City created hip hop. What I'm saying is it just didn't stay in New York City at that time when hip hop was first starting to pop off. Like, know what I mean? Like, it was everywhere in New York State. It was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to all places upstate New York, and you know what I mean? People were doing their thing. Like, it was hip hop was like, it started expanding after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in Buffalo, I can definitely speak for Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were getting busy too. We were breakdancing, doing all that, and graffiti, we were doing all that too. Know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, we huge hip hop heads in Buffalo, man. I know I am, man. Like, first time I seen Rakim, man, it was over. Know what I mean? Rakim, Follow the Leader. First time I seen that video, it was over. It was a wrap, man. I was a hip hop head from there on out, man. Rakim, and then Kara was fun, and know what I'm saying? Boogie Down Productions, and man, what? Special Ed, like, come on, man. Like, hip hop was the thing, but like I said, it was all over. Like, know what I mean? But we all know it started in the Bronx. Know what I'm saying? And look what happened to hip hop since then, man. Know what I'm saying? Hip hop has been infiltrated and it's been destroyed. You know, on the mainstream level. Now on the underground level, it's still there. Hip hop is still there and alive. Facts. It's still there. Know what I mean? You got mad groups underground that's doing their thing, man. Know what I'm saying? But you know, the selfishness with our people is what I'm talking about, and how they don't stick together no more. It's so selfishly embedded in our brain to be individuals, while everybody else work together as a collective group, except for us. Know what I mean? We can't come together for nothing, man. I swear, we can't come together for nothing. There's no reason for none of the things that we created in entertainment to be owned by somebody else. Know what I mean? We should have had things in place to, you know, have full control of our creative art, and we never did that, man. So now, you know, hip hop and other genre of music that we created, from, you know, country to R&B to rock to, you know what I'm saying? All these genres of music that we created are owned by somebody else. So we're left out the major financial pot when it comes to, you know, making a living off our creative art. So, you know, but things need to change as far as the entertainers, man. You know what I'm saying? Things need to change. People need to stop supporting a lot of these entertainers and music artists. You know what I'm saying? Stop supporting people who don't really rock with you. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all love when they, you know, in the beginning, when they don't have all the fortune and fame, and a lot of them don't have fortune either. A lot of them be fronting like they really get there like that, but they're not. You know what I mean? But, you know, once they get the fortune and fame, and it's just like, the hell with the, you know, the community that I grew up in. You know what I mean? Not all of them. Like I said, not all of them, you know, but a majority of them, man. Majority of them. You know what I'm saying? It should be tons of programs created that's funded by these entertainers. All day long, you see entertainers talk about how much they got. What's in their bank account? Floyd Mayweather. I love Floyd Mayweather, but at times, you know, I just feel like he just likes to flaunt his money, his wealth in front of people. You know what I mean? People that's hurting out here. That's really hurting out here. You know what I'm saying? And he does a little bit but I believe he don't do enough. Floyd, where's the schools at, man? How come you haven't opened up a school? You got money for everything else, Jets, which is cool. Like, it's your bread. But you got money for everything else, you know what I'm saying? Designer clothes, which is none of that stuff is important. None of that stuff is important. That he be talking about the designer clothes and the Maybachs. And none of that stuff is important. None of it's important. Where are the schools at? When is these entertainers going to open up something that means something? You know what I mean? Not a barbershop. Not something that we already have. We've been doing. You know, I've seen the barbershops, the hair salons. That's not. I mean, it's a business and you're doing your thing, but come on, man, we can do way better than that. We can do way better than as a people. You dig what I'm saying? We consume more than any other nationality. We consume more and we spend more than any nationality, man. So to say you don't have bread, we can't come together and make something happen, you know. I see a couple of stories of like the sister who opened up the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? And I think a brother opened up a grocery store. Like, we need things like that. Grocery stores. We need hospitals. You know what I'm saying? We need transportation situations. You know what I'm saying? We need to create things that we use on a day-to-day in our day-to-day life. You know what I mean? Grocery stores. Like, we don't have enough grocery stores in the community. You know what I mean? My aunt, she just, like I said, she I don't know if I explained this, but back home, know what I mean, because I'm no longer in Buffalo, know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Mad stuff has been going on since I left. I left about a year ago, and you know, the storm hit Buffalo, New York not too long ago. Know what I'm saying? Back in December, and it was a bad storm, crazy storm. Know what I'm saying? And my aunt was telling me like, yo, like they closed like stores, like mad stores on the east side of Buffalo, closed down because of the storm, and they haven't reopened since. And that was back in December. You know what I'm saying? December, January. And what month we in now? Like April, May, what? You know what I mean? So that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Like, we need to have investors that are willing to invest on the black community. And us as a black community, know what I mean, need to stop destroying our stores that are in our communities. Know what I'm saying? We need to stop destroying our stuff. If a brother comes in and open up a business in your community, don't rob the store. Why are you robbing your own people? Like, know what I mean? There's plenty of other big corporation companies that you can go do that. Not saying you should be doing that anyway, but I'm just saying, if you're going to do it with one of them. Don't do it in your own community, man. Know what I mean? That's why a lot of people don't want to invest in the community. But, you know, Nipsey Hussle is a great example of somebody who gave back, man. Know what I mean? I don't care what he was doing in his personal life. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, people get people's personal life misconstrued with, you know, business and the things he do outside of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say what you want about Nipsey Hussle, what he was doing in his personal life. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rumors going around about that, but he gave back to his community, man. He was opening up businesses in the community, and he was, you know what I'm saying, giving his community jobs. And that's 9 times out of 10. That's why people get into illegal activity. Know what I mean? Because there's no opportunities for them to go to work and make a decent living. And Buffalo's like that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing on the east side of Buffalo, you know what I'm saying, with opportunities. You might find a little job on the east side, but it's not going to really pay nothing. You know what I mean? Real jobs, that like the jobs they used to have in Bethlehem still. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, one person can work and feed his whole family, and they were good, and they had the house and the picket fence and the whole 9 yards. And, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things are no longer around. Like, when my grandparents was around, you know what I'm saying? My grandpa's, he drove truck. You know what I'm saying? He started out working for a company, and then, you know, he did his own thing. Then he started to open up his own businesses. And then he had people drive truck for him. Like, I mean, he wasn't on no yes man time. Like, he did that stuff for a short. Then he was like, forget that, I'm doing my own thing. And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to that. We got to get back to ownership. ownership of our creative art, you know what I mean? Whether it's music, whatever, painting, whatever. We gotta start learning how to own our stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And stop letting these corporations take our creative ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you look around at the world and you see what moves these corporations, it's actually us. Us as a people, we move these corporations. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the so-called black people, you know what I'm saying, having the influence that they have on pretty much everybody, you know what I'm saying? These corporations want to make a dime. And a lot of you guys don't know that. You know what I mean? We make these corporations move. You know what I'm saying? From Nike to Adidas to, you know what I'm saying, all this fashion stuff. You know what I mean? Versace. You know, like I'm not into designer clothes and nothing like that. So if I mess up the name, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I've never been into designer clothes, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not on that level anyway. I've never been into wasting my money. Now, don't get me wrong. I will rock some Timbs. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's just what I like. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have me a fresh pair of Timbs, crispy pair of Timbs. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if it came to a point to where I had to drop that because of a cause, I would do it in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's just a boot. But you know, that's what we gotta get across. Like, the clothes don't make the person make the person. It's not the designer clothes that make you. It's the person that's inside the clothes that make you. You dig what I'm saying? Only thing designer clothes are going to do is attract the wrong attention. That's all it's going to do. You're going to attract a woman that's a gold digger, you know what I mean? Or you're going to attract some guy on, you know what I'm saying, some wolves on the prowl that's looking for a come up. And you're going to be the come up. You know what I mean? Because you're putting yourself out on blast in front of everybody that, yeah, you got a few dollars on you because you wearing Versace and you got diamonds around your neck and all that. That's why a lot of these rappers, you know what I mean, they need a squad of people around them, you know what I'm saying, to protect them. You know what I mean? Because you putting your bread on your body. You making yourself an easy target. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself. I'm not saying that a lot of these rappers are punks, and I'm not saying they punks and nothing like that. What I'm saying is, why make yourself a target? And you see these rappers all the time dropping like flies, man. I swear, it's like every week a rapper dies. Every week. Now, I mean, it wasn't like that back in the day. It was rare for a rapper to pass away or something to happen to a rapper. It was like one or two every year, something like that in the 80s. Then in the 90s, that's when it got crazy. You heard? That's when it got crazy. When it started getting crazy with the gunplay and all that. Gunplay started coming in the early 90s, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, overall, man, we got to do better. We definitely got to do better, man. We got to do better. We got to do better on finances and how we spend our money and who we spend our money with, because a lot of these corporations don't have love for you, and you be spending your money with these corporations like, you know, they have your best interests at heart when actuality they don't. You know what I mean? Adidas, Nike, you know what I'm saying? I stopped rocking Nikes years ago. I read an article not too long ago that they own stock in privatized prisons, so I stopped rocking with Nike a long time ago after I read that article. I mean, Michael Jordan is another one who owns stock in privatized prisons. A lot of politicians own stock in privatized prisons. You know what I'm saying? It's all a game. You know what I mean? Some of the presidents do. You know what I'm saying? The so-called first black president, was he not? Barack Obama. He had stocks in privatized prisons, allegedly. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I watched a video on Michael Jordan. Now he had stocks in privatized prison, and how it's just a game into getting you to buy Jordans so you can end up in jail. And like, it was some crazy, man. It blew my mind. This video on YouTube I seen years ago. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we just got to do better as a people, man. We got to, you know, learn business, learn contract, learn contract law. We're gonna get you the book called Contract Law for Dummies. That's a great start. You know what I'm saying? I just bought that book. You know what I mean? I love learning about contract law, business, and, you know, just in case, you know, I get into a business situation, I don't know how to handle myself. You know what I'm saying? Even when dealing with car loans, all that. You know what I'm saying? People get into these car loans and they don't even read the contract. You know what I mean? Everything is negotiable because of the loan itself is a negotiable instrument. Everything is negotiable. Everything is under the UCC. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people don't know that. People just get a car loan or a mortgage or whatever and sign that. They don't even know what they signed it. Why? How I know? Because I was one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anymore because I was one of those people. I'm thinking, all right, this is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is how the system go. Why would they cheat me out any money? You know what I mean? But there's a lot tied to that. You got to read the contract. Everything is negotiable in that contract. That's real. Like, you can change anything in that contract. Anything. If you don't like something, you can cross it out. Because it's negotiable. Everything is negotiable. But I'm not going to get into that, man. You know what I mean? What I'm going to say is, people, stop caring so much about these entertainers and what they do in their life. What you should be caring about is, are they doing anything to give back to the community, to give back to the kids? You know what I mean? Are they opening up any centers for the kids? Are they opening up any schools? You know what I'm saying? So kids can learn their true history. You know what I mean? Are they doing any type of things like that? Are they opening up grocery stores, gas stations? You know what I'm saying? Things we use on a daily basis. Are they doing that's big time to me. You know, buying a bunch of diamonds, diamond chains, and Gucci bags, and Gucci this, and the man Gucci purse, which I'm not a fan of. Buying stuff like that don't impress me. It don't. What impressed me is, what are you doing for the kids? What school have you opened up? What hospital have you opened up? Stuff we need. What bank have you opened up? Floyd Mayweather has all the. That's another thing too. All these entertainers got so much money, right? They're supposed to have so much money. You know what I'm saying? They putting millions in your face. 50. Even though I mess with 50. 50 do a lot. He look out for mad people in Hollywood. I mess with 50. I have nothing against 50. Shout out to 50, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 50. He be looking out for mad people. I have nothing against 50. But there's certain things you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you got bread like that, where are our banks? Where are the black-owned banks? I think in the United States, we got like 4. Where are the black hospitals? You know what I'm saying? That's what I be talking about. You know what I mean? That's what I be talking about. If you got money like that, Floyd, where are the hospitals? Where are the banks? You know what I'm saying? Where are the stuff that we use on a daily basis in our life? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Where are your social media platforms at? Like YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Where are your platforms? You know, I just ran into one called Fanbase, and it's owned by Isaac Hayes' son. So I definitely signed up for that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta support. You know what I mean? I gotta support. But where's the rest of the people with the, you know, Isaac Hayes' son don't have money like Floyd and 50. Like, he probably got a few dollars, but you know what I'm saying? At least he's trying. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't checked out Fanbase, go check out Fanbase, guys. It's a dope platform. Go check it out. It's like Twitter but better. You know what I mean? You can make monthly subscription income from it. You know what I'm saying? You're not just giving your content away for free. You would be paid on a monthly subscription. It's got a bunch of other features to it. You have to go check it out. You know what I mean? I'm still playing around with it, trying to learn it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I gotta help, spread the word to the brother's platform can, go further. So I'm gonna do my part, you know what I mean, and spread the word. So guys, if you listen to this, go check out Fanbase. You know what I mean? Dope platform. It's brand new. Get on it and get your content up before it do pop off, because it can easily turn into, a YouTube or a TikTok or one of these platforms, man. But yeah, man. Like I say, man, we need to tighten up financially, stop wasting our money, and stop supporting these entertainers who don't support us, man. That's why Muhammad Ali is revered so much, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why people love Muhammad Ali. He did not really care about the money he made from boxing, man. He cared about his people first. Then it was boxing. Or maybe it was, it could have been his people first. You know what I'm saying? Or it could have been God, then his people, and then boxing. Boxing might have been third in his life. That's why people love Muhammad Ali. Not just brothers and sisters. Like, everybody loves Muhammad Ali. Because he stood for something. He stood for something. And, even if you don't like Muhammad Ali, you got to respect that. He stood 10 toes down and did not, back away from his words that came out of his mouth. Everything he said, he stood on it. And that's why people love Muhammad Ali, man. Still to this day. Do I agree with everything Muhammad Ali did and said? No. But for the most part, he had love for his people, man. And that's all I'm saying. Stop following these entertainers, you know what I'm saying? These goofy little entertainers who don't got love for you. You know what I mean? It's not showing any type of growth or giving back. You know what I mean? King Von, great example. King Von gave back. Great example. King Von gave back, man. You know what I mean? Another king gone, senseless violence. But King Von was going to turn out to be something great. You know what I mean? And this is what I'll be talking about. King Von, future $1 billionaire. You know what I mean? Did I love his message? Did I love his message in the music all the time? No. But, you know what I mean? He turned to the side and looked back at his people and said, I'm going to help my people. You know what I mean? I'm going to help my people. And that's why King Von still to this day, even his enemies still love him, man. You know what I mean? Because he showed love to his people. Obla, you know what I mean? Where he grew up and he gave back, man. And then blink an eye. I think a message he said is like, when he gave his people that money, he said, I can make more. You know what I mean? These are my people. Man, and I mess with King Von. I'll always have love for King Von for that. On that strength alone. You heard? But yo, that's my take in this podcast episode. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love. I appreciate everybody tuning in. But can you please share this podcast episode with everybody? You know what I'm saying? To help my podcast grow. But that's my take. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. Be safe. One.